That's probably the roughest portage I've done in a long time. What about you? Maybe. He's long. Oh no! He fell out! So we're getting ready for our first big river send of the year. We've got everything stacked and packed. We're gonna go super light. It has been extremely high water in this area, and we're hitting a stretch of stream where I caught my old PB smallmouth, but it's really only floatable when the water's at a certain level. So this tournament should be pretty interesting with how we've had these record high waters coming in to our rivers. It's just now dropping, and usually when water is dropping, fish tend to be a little bit more stingy. So I'm expecting a grind. We're going out there with the usual. I'm gonna have one moving bait, one big swim bait type thing, maybe like a mag draft or even like a big fluke style bait. And then after that, we're gonna go with a chatterbait / spinnerbait and then topwater, because you cannot fish a Missouri stream without topwater. So I imagine this tournament's going to be a grind. I really have weird expectations for it, but I'm hoping to pull out a W, because we fished a lot of river tournaments. We've come close in the past, and with how well I fished the rivers this year, I'm feeling like this could be an opportunity to actually finally put a W on the board. So we're going to be leaving early here in just a few hours, so I'll chat you then. All right, let's do it. River Series go. We're running about an hour behind, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter because we're just gonna win, right? All right. Didn't even have to get wet. You can almost use this like a boat ramp. Just lost one. Yeah. All right, look at this. So we just drug through the wilds of the Ozarks because of that. I don't know how well we can see that. Look at that. So that's probably the roughest portage I've done in a long time. What about you?
That's pretty bad, man.
So,
not too bad.
All right, let's keep going. Maybe I can finally catch a fish. I've caught quite a few fish here, right? Actually, I just didn't recognize it at first because the water's up. Usually I cast into this little corner here where the trees are. All right, we're about an hour into this and we're having a rough time. Ryan's actually caught two. One like might as well be a 0 because it's like 8 inches, but the other one, a decent one on a mag draft, and I've lost every fish I've hooked. So kind of a rough start, but I'm hoping that as we get into the meat of the river, the topwater bite picks up a little bit. We'll see. Well, our first scoreable fish. And when I say scoreable, there's no such thing as an unscoreable fish in this. We're about to be micro bagging, boys. Well, 10-inch fish. We are putting together a micro bag. Whoa! I just like boat flipped one in right at the boat. He wasn't even hooked all the way. All right, well, that's the first decent one of the day. It's only 15, but I mean, if we could get a handful of those, I might actually be happy. But as it stands right now, it's a little bit on the stingy side. That was 15. Here we go. Oh, he's off. Or is he? No, he's on. He's on. He's on. There's the limit. Couldn't even tell he was on. This is the small fish of the day by far. I bet you he's not even 7 inches. Should I submit him? I'm almost embarrassed to take a picture. Slippery when wet. All right, that is the smallest limit I've ever had in a tournament. So, but I've got the pattern down. I don't think I'm going to be switching off this for a while. No, that's okay. If you're using it, just use it. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I got a good one. Oh man, he is head shaking like a... Maybe like a 16. Spinnerbait fell right out. He was not as big as I thought. It's just that current is really strong down deep. So when they get down there, they feel like... Oh wow, he's only like 15. All right, well, it's better than 0.
That's 215 on the board for you.
Plus yours, so maybe we're moving up in the world. All right, well, that's 215s. Maybe we're on to something.
Alright, I needed that. I got a little bit of confidence back.
Oh, I just got hammered right there. I think that was a largemouth. Got him. Oh, that's a nice one. A nice smallie. Maybe. He's long. Oh no! He fell out! He fell out. He came into the boat and jumped out.
Wow.
I don't know why a boat flipped him.
How big was that? 15?
Maybe. Nah, he's probably more like 14. I would have taken him though. Dude, I just got hammered by a big smallmouth right here. Oh, dude. How did I miss him? Oh, I'm gonna lose this one. Oh! My drag was so loose that when I set the hook, he put about 20 yards of line in it. Look at this thing. Yeah, it's like pre-spawn. It's not a good one, it's just a weird one. Here, I'll come show you. See that?
Oh yeah. Sick.
Like, I don't even think he's like 13 and a half, maybe 14, but look how weird he is. He's like a little football.
Might be 14.
About the size of the one I let flop off. That belly.
Okay. So we're hugging the tree line on the right.
I'll go first. I've done this a handful of times. This tree's been here for a while. I'm on the hunt for a big largemouth right now. Largemouth, 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 largemouth. They should be in spawn mode. So it might be tough. There we go. Freaking called it. I don't think it's huge, but it's a good one. Oh! Well, called my shot there. I just got a good one. Largemouth. Look how fat that is. That's a good river largemouth though. Man, that's healthy. 17-ish. Big one of the day. Of course it was largemouth. A little midday update for you guys. I'm sitting at about like 76 inches. It's been a really slow grind. It seems like a lot of people aren't really catching them. Ryan just caught his 5th keeper. It was a small one. So we both got small limits. We're hoping that we can find a kicker because our top 3, it's your top 3 for the team division. So 3 from each. So it's actually 6 fish total. We're hoping that we could each catch a kicker and that would put us in a decent spot for the team division. So I'm gonna keep grinding and see what we can get. It's getting hot. Now, one of the things that I like to kind of toss when it slows down a bit on areas like this in the Ozarks, it's just like a little finesse worm, jig, whatever you want. This is a Cinco, a finesse, the Pro Cinco actually. Sometimes these fish get glued to these pylons when it's real sunny like this. I'm gonna give you guys a juice though. When you're fishing a shade line, you don't need to just fish up against it. You fish the entire shade line. So like even out in the middle, you fish that shade line too. So. I'm really surprised that there's no takers here. Okay, when I feel it gets snagged too, I try not to overreact. Because if you just kind of pop it through, I'm using like a 1/8 ounce bullet weight. So that's the rig. Literally a black and blue Cinco with like a Texas rig with a bullet weight, but it's a Pro Cinco, so it's super tiny. This is definitely better if you want to like drift it past an area or like throw it into a pocket. It's not great for staying anything.
Oh, there's my kicker.
All right, look at that, guys. So we just got in talking about the black and blue finesse Cinco. Caught this 18 1/4 right over there. GoPro overheated, but that's the fish we were looking for. Hopefully Ryan can get a few and we'll be sitting pretty. So we're gonna let her go right here. Big old Ozark Smallie. We might have a shot at the team. $18, $2, $5, $15, and $15, I think. Yeah. I guess no matter what happens, we've had a pretty decent day. I think you're all right. All right, Ryan, are we going to catch any more fish today?
We are not.
Your confidence low?
Yeah. Bottomed out.
How would you describe today?
Brutal.
I don't think the Eco boys are going to be taking home the win.
I don't think so.
Here we go.
Might not even up there to you.
No, it is. It might be. It might be. No, he's not. He's not up here. I don't know what I was talking about. Wow, he's only 13 inches. You're over here like, dude, I got a 9.
I don't got a 9 right now. I think think I got a 10.
You know what? The water's come down since you and I got here.
Swim right towards you.
Really? Was he taunting you?
Good. Oh, it was like 8
That's defeat right there. Ryan's trying to squeeze an inch out.
15.25.
It's a game of inches. I think I'm gonna get 4th. Ryan's trying to get 9th, but it was a pretty rough day overall, unfortunately. All right, so we're just pulling out. I'm gonna do a recap when we get home, but it looks like we're gonna get like 4th, which I guess, considering how tough today was, we'll take. We'll see where the cards fall in the end, but I'm gonna get on the road and get back to the house and kind of regroup and give a recap. So that's a wrap for a river tournament. Here's the results. We ended up getting 5th. I thought we were gonna squeeze out a top 3 there, around 80 inches total. But unfortunately, I just couldn't find that last fish, and the top 3 dudes were really on them. So I'll take 5th though. It was a tough tournament. If you could tell by just how fast we were moving through the current, that section of the river made it really difficult to fish a lot of spots where I knew there were fish. We did find a section of river where there was a really good smallmouth bite. We ended up catching the majority of our fish on this, which is the Omega Custom Tackle Genesis TI spinnerbait. Just 2 big willow blades bouncing it down deep through rocks. You can feel there. I probably should have retied there at the end. Caught the majority of my smallmouth on that, bouncing it through those current seams, finding those spots where you normally wouldn't look. I mean, typically on a river float, you're going super fast down the river. You don't stop. You're just picking your pattern. You're kind of going like that. You're not dissecting these holes like we were. But with the water being high, this being a more turbulent float, we had to mix it up a little bit. However, the 2 big fish of the day came on this, which is the Yamamoto Pro Cinco in black and blue. Now this is something that you normally wouldn't see a lot of people throw in the river, and the way I was rigging this is actually a bit different. I was Texas rigging this on a 1 size Gamakatsu, you can see there, with a tiny tungsten 1/8 ounce bullet weight. And I was kind of casting it towards the current, sitting in it with my Newport 180 on like 20%, just kind of holding my position, casting it and letting it bounce down through there. We caught 2 of our biggest smallmouth on this technique. So you probably saw that in the video. I mean, I'm content with a 5th, but this tournament taught me a lot. This tournament taught me that there's more ways to fish a river than just going down it. Like, my old logic was, you know, you figure out the pattern, you hit the wood, every piece of wood. And sure, that makes sense if you don't have a lot of time, but the beauty of having a motor is you can skip all the dead water. You can spend more time in those holes, picking them apart. So I'm already looking forward to the next one. My next big tournament will be Gunnersville here this week, so that'll probably be in one of my next videos. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. It was a pretty crazy high water river tournament, and I'm content with 5th. But next time we're gonna get that W.